Coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready, because we've got another good one on tap.
To get us off and running, here's Ryan Santoso. And off we go from Tampa. Fields it right around the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Tampa Bay's offense set to take the field. And, of course, at quarterback, 23-year veteran who's had a Hall of Fame career several times over, the great Tom Brady.
For 1 month, many people thought they'd seen the end of the greatest quarterback career in league history. Of course, there were others who expected Tom Brady to come back, and he did so 40 days later for a 23rd NFL season. Leading the league in completions, yards, and touchdowns at age 44, he showed that he's as good as ever. But, of course, losing in the divisional round, not the way he wanted to go out in his final game. For TB12, it's Lombardi trophies or bust.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
First carry for the Hall of Famer. It's the bust, Jerome Bettis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, they'll run with Bettis. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a give. It's Peyton. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Up the middle they run with Bettis. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On the give, here comes Peyton. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. No score after one on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll try and pound it with a big back Bettis. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Murray. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee. Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Peyton. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. DeMarco Murray. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. They'll look to throw. It's caught. And it's 8-0. Well, I guess the opening drive touchdown wasn't enough. They wanted 2 instead of 1 on top of that.
Well, this team is obviously going for the crusher. All right, they don't want to mess around with just kicking the standard extra point and kind of letting you off the hook for giving up a touchdown. Now they want to really rub your face in it and say, guess what? We're going to be doing this all game long.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing is Hurts. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First down, the run with Lynch. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Open man here is Conklin. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Ryan Santoso on now to try the field goal.
It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and that will keep the lead at 8.
Say that it's fair to say nothing has gone right in this first half for them. Even here, you've got a chance to at least get on the board, but that goes by the wayside. And now, this coaching staff, they've got to figure out some way to wake this team up at halftime to get them going.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Hurts.
He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Lynch running the counter. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll look to throw here.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
A run here for J.D. McKissick.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Ledge up the middle. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Bettis. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
49, guys. Mike, 49. I got one. 49 to Mike.
Brady now on 1st down.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. To throw is Brady.
Goes right back to Smith again.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Three yards remain for 2nd down. Brady going to look to throw. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Herman Moore, 40 yards. And the Buccaneers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down on the scoreboard. 1:44 to go. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Clock running here under 90 seconds to go. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Complete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Brady going to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jackson. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Brady. He'll get that to his tight end, Casper. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Peyton up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Walter Payton taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pinched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.